Hiya! So, I am here to do a video as promised on facial massage. Now, I don't know about you guys, but since doing a lot of Zoom chats and WhatsApp Messenger chats, I cannot stop noticing sort of lines between my eyebrows and on my forehead. I feel like I have aged in the last 3 or 4 weeks more than I have done in the last 5 years. I'm also breaking out in spots everywhere, and I'm assuming that is from the stress of everything and having 2 children at home all the time. So anyway, don't judge the spots. So first thing I was thinking with facial massage is quite a lot of elements. I thought for you guys at home, the 2 most important, by the way, I was bath bombing earlier, so I'm really sorry about the smurfy thumb. The 2 most important things are lifting the muscles and draining the lymph. Now, I don't know how much you know about lymph, but the lymph system takes everything to your lymph nodes, which are sort of dotted around the body, under your armpits, in your groin, behind your knees, jawline and ears. So when you get ill, you tend to find your lymph nodes get quite sore, and that's because all your white blood cells are in the lymph nodes fighting infection, and so your lymph nodes work like a washing machine, and your lymph carries everything to those lymph nodes, which is why when you're ill you shouldn't really exercise, because the lymph only moves with skeletal contractions, so it only moves as you move. So when you're ill, you want to try and rest and let the lymph slowly move to the washing machine lymph nodes and cleanse everything out. So with that in mind, we want to move the lymph to those lymph nodes, which in the area we're doing are sort of behind the ear. So you want to be lifting everything to behind the ears and draining across and down. And I don't know for any of you who get sinusitis and sinus problems, it's a case of sort of draining right along and under the eyebrows, this is not the most attractive imaging, I'm realising, under the eyes, under the cheekbones and under the jaw. So a lot of the facial massage is draining. So I'm going to use my Monu facial oil. You can use olive oil, coconut oil might be quite nice. You don't need much. I would warm it up in your hands and I would go ahead and apply it. You want to get it up the neck and just make sure the face is covered in face oil. Lovely. This would be nice to do after a shower and maybe before a face mask if you were going to go all out. So I would start by lifting the muscles along the neckline. Let's give them a good lift. Pulling everything upward. Once you've done that, I would sort of come across the jaw. So using 2 fingers, I would sort of pull up and around the jaw. You can do little sort of zigzaggy motions, which are quite good. Around the chin, some circles. Again, with your pressure going upwards, up. Oh, look at those cheeks, up. Now you want to sort of split across the mouth and split your lips and sort of pull them to really work. Right, kind of nice to have some oil on your lips as well at this point. So splitting up. Now the one I like is to do sort of 2 fingers lifting up, so your cheekbone, up those muscles, because they start to sag, don't they, as we get older. I can really see mine sagging. Although right now they just look chubby, like a little chipmunk. And then sort of swoop round and do this side. You can spend longer on all of these moves, by the way. And then I will do some draining, so sort of again with 2 fingers pulling right down. You can feel your bone here, under the bone and out to the ear. And then from in the middle of your nose eye area, under that sort of top of the bone and around, don't know how to explain that one, but pulling like so you can really feel it all moving. If you are ill and congested, this is great. Up and pinching around the eyebrow area, and then again pulling it down. And then for me, now we get to the most important area between the eyebrows. So lots of slow upward motions. There, I would do lots of those for me. Really pushing quite hard and pulling quite hard. I mean, obviously you can feel on your own head. Now, really important, zigzagging, which is quite difficult to do when looking at yourself. This is a good one. Now, scissoring, again, fantastic for wrinkles. I mean, if you did this every day, you would actually see a difference in your wrinkles. So you have, oh, it's a bit dodgy, 2 fingers, 1 finger, and you create like a circular motion with both. Reminds me a bit of doing the tap your head, rub your tummy. Hey, it's good for the brain. So lots and lots of that across the forehead, because that's going to really work on the wrinkles. I'm then just going to do some nice circles. You can really see my lines there. Now the eyes, so with 1 finger I would come up, pause for a bit, pull, pull, pull over the eyebrows, pulling, swoop round and in with the eyes, always swoop inward, always pull everything inward, never pull everything outward, you'll end up with a load of crow's feet. Inward, never put any product too near the eye, right under the eye. These cells are very, very thin. The skin cells, it's like paper thin, it's not as thick as the rest of the face, as I'm sure you can see. So you do tend to get little white milia if you put your eye creams and your creams. It's so thin, in fact, that if you're applying it there, it will seep up into that thin skin. You do not want to be putting anything in that sort of dark circle region. And if you have got dark circles, I highly recommend cold compresses or cucumber slices. Obviously, they're a great shape. That really does work on your dark circles. So that's your eyes, we've done your lymph drainage, everything's been sort of pulled and lifted. Try and get across the mouth and the lips and lift across the jaw. I mean, really pull under here, because these lymph nodes go right to it. And also you've got your adrenal glands. So if you get spots along your jawline, that's normally when your adrenal glands have kicked in and you're stressed and your adrenaline's being released. So basically lots of upward motions and sort of only coming down to those nodes from the forehead, but lots of lifting and draining on the forehead and up the neck. And I have seen people doing these sort of things and sort of these things. I've never learned any of that. I just do lots of lifting. And there we have it. That is a facial massage. I'm just going to get some around my neck as well, because it's just such nice oil. Right then, I hope that helps. Let me know what you think. At least this video, Blair wasn't interrupting. Sorry about all the face sort of shapes. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see next. If you'd like to see anything next, you might be fed up of my ugly mug by now. But if I can help in any way with this being stuck at home, give me a shout and I can do another video. I love you all and I miss you all, and I hope you've had a lovely long weekend in the sun, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.